Life begins deep within the den, where the mother's instincts are paramount to the survival of her young. The sudden influx of water sends the family into a panic. They must escape the rising flood before it consumes the den. As the floodwaters surge, the giant otters launch a desperate rescue mission, swiftly moving their pups to higher ground. With the den completely submerged, the giant otters begin their desperate migration. Driven by instinct, the giant otter tears into the soft earth. With the Amazon in flood, securing the den is a battle of life or death. Driven by instinct, the massive reptile emerges from the floodwaters. The unsuspecting otter pups remain asleep.
Driven by instinct and unity, the otters launch a coordinated assault. The black caiman is caught in a chaotic torrent of teeth and claws. The caiman executes a desperate death roll, but the giant otters are relentless. They swarm the predator in the murky, fast-flowing waters.
Cornered by the aggressive otter pack, the massive reptile has no choice but to flee the flooded territory.
Patience is key. In this saturated world, the slightest twitch could betray the hunter's position.
Here in the heart of the Amazon, the gentle capybara enjoys a moment of tranquility, unaware of the hidden dangers lurking nearby.
With explosive speed, the puma launches its attack. The unsuspecting capybara herd scatters, but the predator is gaining ground fast.
Cornered by the relentless predator, the herd has nowhere left to run. The sheer cliff face offers no escape. With explosive power, the hunter commits to the strike. The capybara's desperate flight seems futile against such focused intensity.
The mountain lion skids to a halt, its quarry disappearing in the depths below.
Hidden in the depths of the cenote, the green anaconda, a true relic from the age of giants, begins its hunt. Deep within the cenote, a tense standoff begins. The puma, usually the apex predator, faces the immense power of the green anaconda. The sheer scale of these creatures is revealed.
Safe from predators on the surface, the capybaras glide through the tranquil, sunlit depths of the sinkhole.
A sudden strike from the depths. The capybara is caught in the inescapable coils of the giant anaconda.
With a final, explosive leap, the hunter secures its prize. The rabbit's desperate gamble fails.
The otters have no choice but to brave the raging torrent. With pups secured, they leap into the powerful current, a desperate gamble for survival. The giant otters, fiercely protective of their territory, launch a daring assault on the much larger black bear.
A devastating blow for the giant otter. In a flash of fur and teeth, the painted wolf secures its pride.
In the flooded Amazon, a mother black bear braves the surging current, patiently waiting for a meal while her cubs watch from the bank.
As the floodwaters rise, hundreds of rats are swept into the churning current. It is a desperate...
Artist. Driven by instinct, the viper applies pressure with ruthless efficiency. The struggle is brief.
The floodwaters have driven the rodents up, creating an opportunity for the rainforest's most efficient predator.
In the chaotic floodwaters of the Amazon, survival is a brutal game.
Lurking beneath the chaotic floodwaters, the red-tailed catfish, a formidable ambush predator, patiently awaits its next meal.
Sensing the vibrations, the red-tailed catfish surges from the depths, consuming the rats in a single.
Driven by instinct, the ocelot begins its pursuit. The squirrel, sensing the predator's presence, the wild boars of the Amazon navigate the floodwaters, utilizing their powerful snouts to find sustenance amongst the surging river. The boars, focused only on foraging, remain completely unaware that the river's most formidable predator is now closing in. Amidst the chaos of the flooded forest, the giant otter executes a swift, powerful dive, emerging moments later with a sizable crab.
Amidst the relentless power of the floodwaters, the giant otter secures a rare prize, a large crab.
As the waters rise, the giant otter, the largest of its kind, must lead its family through.
Driven by instinct, the mother must move quickly if her tiny pup is to survive the devastating power of the flood.
As the waters rise, the giant otter pack faces a desperate race against time.
As the murky torrent surges, the giant otters prioritize their young. A quick, thorough check, and driven by instinct in the rising waters, the giant otter digs furiously, racing against time to secure a new shelter for her pups.
Driven by instinct and an unwavering determination to protect the family, the otters dig frantically against the clock and the rising tide. Amidst the surging waters, a formidable predator lurks. The black caiman, perfectly still.
Defeated and outnumbered, the caiman retreats into the murky depths, leaving the giant otters victorious in this dramatic encounter.
As the murky waters rise, the strength of the family bond is paramount. This tight circle represents their
Grazing peacefully, the capybara herd remains completely unaware of the dangers lurking just beyond the clearing.
A sudden downpour sends the herd stampeding, but their escape route is leading them straight into a deadly trap.
The puma, a master predator of the Amazon, enters its final sprint. It must catch the fleeing.
A desperate leap into the void. Survival now depends on the depths below.
in. With a final, explosive burst of speed, the hunt is successful. The rabbit is taken.
The bush dog, rarely seen in this dense rainforest, moves with surprising stealth.
Rising waters leave them no choice. It is a desperate fight for survival against the overwhelming power of the flood.
In the chaotic floodwaters, the giant otter faces her greatest challenge, a desperate struggle to keep her precious cargo